I never imagined I'd be sharing my relationship drama online, but here I am, needing to vent and maybe get some advice. At 28, I thought my life with Lily, 27, was rock solid until everything unraveled recently. We'd been together for 3 years, cohabitating for 2, and things felt perfect. I was even secretly browsing engagement rings during my lunch breaks. Our story started simply. Mutual friends brought us together at a game night. Her laughter at my corny humor and my admiration for her fierce Scrabble skills sparked something special. After a year of dating, moving in together felt like the natural next step since we were practically inseparable. Our life settled into cozy routines. Weekend omelet brunches, evening strolls in the park, and her forcing me to watch cheesy reality TV while I messed around on my phone. Typical couple stuff. Lily works in advertising. I manage construction projects. Our families mesh well. My mom loves her, and her dad invites me to basketball games. We were the couple everyone envied, the kind that made people believe in love. Then, last Tuesday, everything shifted. We were eating dinner, me with a burger, her talking about a work campaign, when she casually dropped, "Hey, what do you think about trying an open relationship?" I nearly choked, my fork frozen in midair. I thought I'd misheard, but she kept going, explaining how she'd read about it online, how it could help us grow, and how other couples swore it strengthened their bond. My gut screamed there was someone else, so I asked, "Is there a specific person you want to see?" She got defensive, insisting, "No, it's not about anyone else. I just think it'd be good for us to explore who we are. We're young, and I don't want us regretting missed opportunities years from now." I sat there, trying to process. This was the same Lily who'd get jealous when a barista smiled at me too long. Now she was suggesting we date other people, like it was as simple as trying a new cafe. I asked if she was unhappy, wondering if I'd missed some red flag. "Not at all," she said, grabbing my hand. "I love you. I love what we have. This isn't about being unhappy, it's about making us even better. We could have new experiences but still come back to each other." She was animated, almost radiant, talking about rules, boundaries, and communication. Meanwhile, my burger tasted like ash, and my mind spun with confusion and dread. I mumbled, "Okay," not because I agreed, but because her excitement and pleading eyes made it clear she'd already made up her mind. Saying no felt like slamming a door she was desperate to keep open. "Are you sure you're okay with this?" she asked, looking hopeful, yet nervous. I nodded, lying to myself, "If you think it'll help us, we can try." Deep down, I knew I was stepping into something I didn't believe in, already feeling her slip away. That night we watched TV like nothing had changed, but my thoughts raced. Lily curled up next to me, acting normal, while I stared at the screen, wondering how to take back my words. In bed, I lay awake, her sleeping peacefully beside me while I stared at the ceiling, questioning everything. Was she bored? Was I not enough? Was there someone else? Part of me wanted to shake her awake and say I couldn't share her, but fear stopped me. Fear she'd go through with it anyway or leave me entirely. The next evening, Lily asked me to help pick photos for her dating profiles. She even had me take new ones. I was photographing my girlfriend to attract other guys. I made my own profile to play along, but it felt hollow. Writing a bio was torture. What was I supposed to say? Looking for casual fun while in a committed relationship? It made me sick. I told her I wasn't outgoing and didn't have the energy to meet new people, but she brushed it off. Maybe she thought I'd never follow through, that she could date freely while I stayed her safety net. Lily got matches instantly. Her charm and beauty made it inevitable. Within days, she had 3 dates lined up. She showed me their profiles like it was a game, saying things like, "Check this guy out. He's a yoga instructor at that upscale studio." I nodded, pretending it was fine, but watching her get ready for her first date gutted me. She wore a new dress, spent ages on her makeup, and twirled in front of me asking, "How do I look?" I forced a smile, muttering, "Amazing," knowing she'd spent more on that outfit than she ever did for our nights out. She came home late, giggling, texting for hours in bed while I pretended to sleep. The next morning, she hummed cheerfully, acting like everything was perfect. Her schedule was packed: coffee with the yoga guy, dinner with a financial advisor, drinks with a barista. The variety was almost impressive. She'd come home glowing, while I stalked her Instagram locations to confirm where she'd been. Not my finest moment, but I needed to know. One night, I drove by the bar she said she was at and saw her laughing with a guy in a sharp jacket, her hand on his arm, looking at him the way she used to look at me. The worst part wasn't seeing her with other guys. It was how she changed at home. She barely spent time with me, stopped cuddling, and was always texting. Our Sunday brunch tradition replaced with girls' brunches. I tried addressing it once, casually asking, "Don't you think you're going out a lot?" She looked at me like I was clueless. That's the point of an open relationship, isn't it? To meet new people? You should try it. I can help with your profile. I didn't want profile help. I wanted the Lily who loved lazy pizza nights, not this stranger who was always leaving. One night, after she left for another date, I'd lost count. I couldn't take it anymore. I went for a walk to clear my head and ended up at a park bench, sitting there for hours, wondering how everything fell apart so fast. Lily's texts buzzed. "Hope you're good, having so much fun." Each message stung. The next day, she gushed about her date's sense of humor and the trendy restaurant he took her to. I walked out of the room mid-sentence. She followed, confused. "I thought you were okay with this," she said. "Maybe I'm not," I replied. She snapped, "You could be dating too. You're choosing to mope at home." She didn't get it. I didn't want to date other people. I wanted her, the old her, our old life. 3 weeks of watching her primp for other guys, lying awake wondering who she was with, drove me to the edge. I kept hoping she'd see how absurd this was, how much she was throwing away. But she didn't. She moved through life like she'd unlocked some superior form of relationships I was too naive to understand. The worst part? I couldn't figure out why. She claimed to love me, so why torch everything we had? It hit me. This was broken beyond repair, and for the first time, I wasn't sure I cared. That's when I decided I wouldn't drown in her chaos anymore. I wanted her to feel the weight of what she'd done. I didn't have a plan yet, but I needed to talk to someone who'd understand. That's when Mia started coming around more. Mia, Lily's best friend since their college days, was a constant in our lives. She joined our movie nights, helped us rearrange furniture, and dropped off cookies when one of us was sick. She's a preschool teacher, the kind of person who makes everyone feel seen. I always thought of her as Lily's friend, beautiful with wavy brown hair and warm hazel eyes, but firmly in the friend zone. She'd been with her ex, Tom, for 2 years, but they'd split months ago. Mia stopped by one evening to borrow a blender for a baking project, right when Lily was out with another guy. She took one look at me and said, "You look wrecked." What's going on? I didn't plan to spill everything, but it all came out. Lily's open relationship pitch, her endless dates, how I felt like I was losing my mind. Mia listened, really listened, without interrupting. When I finished, she shook her head. "That's not an open relationship. That's Lily doing whatever she wants without caring how it hurts you." Hearing it from someone else made me feel less crazy. After that, Mia came over more, usually when Lily was out. We'd watch movies, order food, and talk. It was a relief to have someone who knew us both and saw the situation for what it was. One night, about a month into Lily's experiment, Mia looked nervous, twisting her necklace. "I need to tell you something," she said, her voice soft. "It might complicate things, but I can't keep it in anymore." My stomach did a weird flip, like I sensed what was coming. "I've had feelings for you for a long time," she said, her hands clasped tightly. "Even before you and Lily got together. But she's my best friend, so I never said anything. I dated Tom to move on, but it didn't work." I sat there, stunned. Mia, kind, thoughtful Mia, had feelings for me? How had I missed it? She'd helped me pick out gifts for Lily, brought me tea when I was sick, and always checked in. Had I been blind? "You don't have to say anything," she added quickly. "I just couldn't watch Lily treat you like this anymore. You deserve better." I looked at her, really looked, her soft gray sweater, her hair in a loose braid, her eyes full of sincerity. And I realized something. Lily thought I'd wait around like a loyal backup while she lived her fantasy. She was wrong. I took a deep breath and said, "Mia, I know this is messy, but I'm glad you told me." She moved closer on the couch, and when she leaned in and kissed me, I didn't pull away. I should have thought about Lily, about their friendship, about the fallout. But I kissed her back. It wasn't just a kiss. It led to us sleeping together. And it wasn't a reckless fling. Mia saw me, cared about me, asked how I was feeling. Lying there afterward, I waited for guilt to hit. But all I felt was relief. For the first time in weeks, I could breathe. Mia looked at me and asked, "What do we do now?" I didn't have an answer, but when she said, "I don't regret it. Do you?" I realized I didn't either. I didn't tell Lily about Mia right away. Part of me wanted to drop hints, let her feel the sting she'd been inflicting on me. Maybe it was petty, but after weeks of watching her flaunt her dates, I felt she deserved it. The next morning, when Lily came back from staying at Sarah's, probably Sean's, I mentioned casually, "Oh, Mia came by last night. We had a great talk." Lily's grip on her coffee mug tightened. "Mia was here?" she asked. "Yeah, we hung out. She's really easy to talk to," I said with a shrug. Her face was a mix of suspicion and unease. She spent the next hour texting furiously, probably trying to pry details from Mia while pretending to watch TV with me. Over the next few days, I sprinkled more hints about Mia, how funny she was, how we'd been texting, how she just got me. Lily's reactions were gold, tight smiles, forced casualness, and constant glances at my phone. She started checking it when she thought I wasn't looking, but I'd cleared any incriminating texts, leaving just enough vague messages to drive her nuts. She even started showing up at places I mentioned, like the cafe near my office or a bar where I was meeting friends, claiming she was just in the area. Then she began canceling her own dates, suggesting we cook dinner or watch movies together like she was reclaiming her territory. Finally, she confronted me. "Are you seeing someone?" she asked, her voice sharp. "Isn't that the point of an open relationship?" I replied coolly. "But who is it? Is it Mia? Are you sleeping with her?" I leaned back and said, "I thought we weren't supposed to share details about other partners. Isn't that what you said?" She faltered, her face a mix of frustration and panic. She started obsessing over my social media, Mia's posts, anything that might confirm her suspicions. When Mia posted a selfie at my favorite coffee shop, Lily called me immediately. "Are you with her right now?" she demanded. I let her spiral, saying, "That place has hundreds of customers daily. People can go there without it meaning anything." Lily's behavior became almost comical. She'd ask where I was going, who I was seeing, what I was doing, after weeks of leaving me in the dark about her own dates. Mia and I started meeting at her place to avoid Lily's spying. "She can't stand not being in control," Mia said one night, laughing. "And the best part? She can't complain without admitting she never wanted an open relationship, just permission to cheat." Then Lily dropped a bombshell. One night, she sat me down and said, "I think we should close the relationship, focus on us again." She looked serious, holding my hand, but I pulled away. "Just us?" "Like the past few weeks didn't happen?" I asked. She nodded, confused by my tone. "Isn't that what you wanted? You've seemed unhappy." I stopped playing games. "Yeah, I've been miserable. Watching you go out with a new guy every night while barely noticing me? That's not a relationship." She tried to defend herself. "You agreed to it. You could have dated too." I looked her in the eye. "Oh, I have been. I'm seeing someone." Her face went white. "Who? How long?" she stammered. "Does it matter? Isn't that what you wanted? Us exploring?" She jumped up. "Of course it matters. Is it Mia? Are you sleeping with her?" I let her stew for a moment before saying, "Yeah, it's Mia. I slept with her. Multiple times. And it's been great. She actually cares about me, which is more than I can say for you lately." Lily's expression shifted from shock to fury. "You're lying. Mia wouldn't do that to me." I shrugged. "She did. And guess what? She's had feelings for me for years, even when she was with Tom." Lily grabbed her phone, probably to call Mia, her hands shaking. "Check your texts with her," I said. "Notice how she's been distant? That's why." Lily scrolled through her phone, her face crumbling as she saw Mia's short replies in a new light. "This wasn't supposed to happen," she whispered. "Really? What was supposed to happen? You get to sleep around while I wait at home like a loyal dog?" I asked. She shouted, "Not Mia!" You knew that would hurt me. I stood up. "You want to talk about hurt? How about watching you come home smelling like another guy's cologne, barely looking at me? I found someone who values me. You don't get to dictate who." She broke down, sobbing, but it didn't move me. "We can fix this," she pleaded. "We can go back to how it was." I shook my head. "We can't. I know what it's like to be seen now, and I won't settle for less." Then Lily did something I didn't expect. She grabbed her keys and stormed out, saying, "I'm going to Mia's to sort this out." I texted Mia to warn her. "Let her come," Mia replied. I've been her friend for a decade. I owe her this. I offered to come over, but she said, "No, I need to handle it." I paced our apartment for an hour, checking my phone constantly. When Mia finally called, her voice was shaky. "She showed up screaming," she said. "My neighbors probably heard everything. She accused me of betraying her, said I'd planned this all along." Mia told her the truth. She'd had feelings for me for years, but never acted on them out of loyalty. Watching Lily treat me like dirt pushed her to confess. Lily tried to barge into Mia's apartment, convinced I was hiding there, and only left when a neighbor threatened to call the police. Lily came back home 20 minutes later, looking like a wreck. She saw me texting Mia and lost it. "Are you messaging her now? Planning your next hookup?" she yelled. "No one's laughing at you, Lily," I said. "You did this to yourself." She started packing, throwing our shared photos and gifts into a box. "I'm staying with Sarah," she said, "a real friend who wouldn't stab me in the back." I shrugged. "Take what you want. I don't care." That stopped her. "That's it? You won't even try to stop me?" she asked. "Why would I? You've shown me what you value, and it's not me or us." She sat on the couch, deflated. "I thought you'd always be there, no matter who I saw. That you'd wait for me." There it was. The truth. She'd treated me like a safety net, assuming I'd stick around. "You were wrong," I said. "I'm not your fallback. I deserve better." She left with her box, saying she'd get the rest of her stuff later. I called Mia, and her voice instantly calmed me. We talked for hours about Lily, about us, about what came next. Some mutual friends were already picking sides, most calling Mia a traitor without knowing the full story. "I don't care," Mia said. "I know the truth." Alone in the apartment, with Lily's things gone, I felt lighter, like I could breathe again. I asked Mia to come over and stay. "Yes," she said simply. The next morning, Lily showed up with Sarah and 2 other friends she'd clearly fed her version of events. They glared at me like I was the villain while helping her pack. "I bought you that PlayStation," she said, yanking it out. "Take it," I replied, unbothered. Halfway through, Mia arrived with coffee, reading my vague text about needing a pick-me-up. Lily's friends whispered, but Mia ignored them and handed me my drink. "Really? You're doing this in front of me?" Lily snapped. "No one's rubbing it in," Mia said calmly. "I'm just here for my boyfriend." The word hit Lily like a punch. Her friends hurried to finish packing, probably to avoid another scene. As Lily stood in the doorway, she whispered, "I really loved you." I looked at her. "No, you loved having me as a backup. There's a difference." Mia helped me clean up after they left. "You okay?" she asked, watching me box up Lily's leftover trinkets for donation. "Yeah," I said. "For the first time in months, I am." 2 weeks later, things are different. Better. Mia and I are taking it slow, doing things right. Last weekend, we grabbed coffee at Lily's favorite spot and ran into some mutual friends. They ignored us, clearly Team Lily. Mia just smiled and held my hand. Lily's been telling everyone I cheated, and Mia betrayed her, claiming we'd been plotting behind her back. Some buy her story. The people who matter don't. Yesterday, Mia brought over her preschooler's drawings to brighten my fridge. "It's too bare," she said. Looking at those colorful scribbles, I realized this is what I want. Someone who notices the little things, who makes my space feel like home, who brings me coffee just because. Last night, we graded her students' papers while watching her favorite crime drama. It's simple, ordinary, real. Looking back, Lily's open relationship idea was a twisted kind of gift. Not because it worked, but because it showed me who I really want by my side. Thank you for watching my story. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more real-life stories, get more experiences.